look at Bills Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. So that'll back them up 5. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. Open target here, Darius Slayton. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
That's it. Right there to 3, 20.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
This is Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
3-yard line.
First and goal from the 3. They'll try to run with Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Bills nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's John Simon with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big gain there for the Bills. 43 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
The score, Patriots 7, Bills nothing.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They run with Calais. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Allen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. Allen finding Brown for a Bills first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
First down, Patriots.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And some room to maneuver. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 47 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is good.
That ties the game at 14. Tyler Bass.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Brings up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 32-yard line. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 46 yards on the ground. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's Breida. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 30 on second down, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
And it's third down.
Here we go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3 on the play. First down, New England.
From the red zone now, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Allen will try again on second down. Going deep for Diggs. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And this defense rallies and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
40, 180, 49, 20.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Calais. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
42-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run. Calais. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. On the ground, it's Calais. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Allen from the gun on third down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a toss right side for Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the 50, Newton. He'll fire this deep for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. They'll set up the screen to Calais. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. Now it's Allen going deep for Diggs. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Kyle Duggar there on the coverage.
Move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And again, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Patriots' defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Yard loss on the play. Brings up 4th.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt.
A 21-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Raymond Calais, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They run again with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down throw for Newton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That 2nd down play nets a -4. possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To the air again, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now they try the right side here. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming to you.
Again, it's Calais. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Allen. He'll find his running back out of the backfield, Raymond Calais. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. On 2nd down now, Singletary. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now the Bills are going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off?